those videos last session, thin provisioning, thick provisioning, fiber channel, storage, SCSI, or networking topics, kernel ports, port groups, standard distributed switch, live migration. Remember, I forgot everything.
I remember.
Okay, so just give me a few minutes. I just powered on the lab. So we'll test NFS data stores. And we'll not use it in a regular day-to-day basis. Only NFS data stores will be used to dump the ISO files and stuff. Is what I can say. Because you recollect the basics what we discussed, or recollect the few things what we discussed in earlier sessions. Which one is faster, SAN or NAS?
San.
Which which one is faster? SAN.
San.
Okay. So when I said network storage, when I said network storage, there are two things, right? One is the SAN. I'm just reiterating before the system power on. NAS. Okay. In SAN, we have two things. One is iSCSI, which we performed few lab sessions, and another one is fiber channel, which I have explained you yesterday theoretically, and another one is CFS, which will be used for Windows. Okay, most of the areas you'll see in Windows side of the file shares. Another one is NFS, where you'll use Linux to Linux data transfer. Okay, then how NFS can be used in ESXi? How come NFS will be used? Any idea? ESXi base operating system itself customized Linux, right? I've already shown you how to log in earlier classes. 192, 168, 10, 151 is my base ESXi root and the password. You see, you can log in using SSH, right? And you see a lot of processors that are running on the machine, right? So it is possible to assign NFS data stores to ESXi server. Agree on this point? I said CFS is for Windows, so skip
Yes.
it. We'll skip this part. But I said NFS is possible because ESXi itself is a Linux. But which one is faster? This one is faster and this is really slow. So we don't use this in production, but somehow in some of the customer environments, I've seen people using NFS data stores for dumping the ISO files templates or using as a content library for their internal operations. Means I want to deploy 10 machines. Okay, I have those ISO files in SATA, right? If I don't have a SATA drive, what I will do, I'll simply mount one NFS share, and I'll mount the ISO files over there. I'll paste the ISO files over there so that it is easy for me to deploy the machines from the data store if I'm trying to deploy something in real time. That is only the place where I will use. Rest of the areas you will see iSCSI or fiber channel will be used on the front end production. Clear? So how to configure this and how to use this, I'll show you. Let's log in to AD machine. Okay. vCenter Will take some time. Let's see. Switch quickly up. Okay, so let's log in into center. Okay, so my lab is up and running. Let me go to first host data stores, one local, 3 SAN. So I want to mount one more NFS data store. Okay, let's see how it works. So minimize this. From where I'll get the NFS? From where I'll get the NFS? Again, same network storage box, which is your sandbox. That sandbox can support all the two protocols that I have explained multiple times, right? So within the SAN, okay, I said you have a controller one, controller two, all those things, and you have one disk shelf or multiple disk shelves. I don't know how to fix this. Let's see. Multiple disk shelves are there. Okay, from here I created one share and I presented, let's say this is controller 1 and controller 2, presented the share via NFS like this. Same thing we tested for iSCSI. Now we do it for NFS. So I don't have the sandbox or a NAS box. Right, what I will do, I'll use my Active Directory server as a storage provider, just like what we did for iSCSI. I'll go to this server and go to local manager. There is some service which I need to enable. Okay, some role or service I need to enable. Let's see. Even I don't remember exactly. Let's see. Add roles and features. In manage, add roles and features. Next on this server. Okay. So expand file and storage services. Server for NFS, I believe. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but let's try with the server for NFS. Okay, iSCSI target server, we have already installed it. Now I'm also enabling server for NFS install. This will give you NFS file shares. Okay, installation is
Not,
success.
I'm not getting screen. Only audio I listen.
No, it is screen is shared.
Yes, but some network issue that was.
Is it?
I think yes. Still, I'm not getting a screen. Only audio I'm.
Okay, Vivek, for you. Vivek.
I can see the screen also.
Yeah, you have some network issue, man. Okay, let's do one thing. We'll finish this NFS part. I thought of just give me a moment. Just give me a moment. One moment. I thought
I
of
think my
finishing.
side. I think
Yeah,
my side network issue.
yeah, understood. What we will do is we'll just finish this NFS and we will not continue with the data stores and data store clusters and other topics. That we will do it tomorrow. The NFS is very small one. Okay, we'll continue with this
Okay, okay.
and I'll upload the video. Just watch it. And other topics, I'll pause it for today. Tomorrow we can discuss.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so what I will do, I'll go to NFS. Okay, sorry, I'll go to Active Directory server. How to enable? Let's quickly show you. Go to add roles and features. Next, and in roles, expand the file and storage services, expand the file and SQL services, and you have to enable server for NFS. Okay, once that is enabled, you go to any volume. Just go to any volume. I'll go to Z and I'll create one folder. Okay, VMware DS data store. Okay, or VMDS NFS. Understood? VMware data store, which is NFS. I'll go to properties, NFS sharing. There's a once you enable it in the properties, you will get NFS sharing. Manage NFS sharing. Share this folder, okay, over the network and anonymous access. Let's try read write access. Apply. Okay, this is the share name. Network path is this. Okay. So how to access this? Let's see. Go to vCenter. Go to vCenter. Select any host. Right click. Storage. Add a data store. This time you have to select NFS. This time you have to select the NFS. Click next. Which NFS protocol? Okay. So select NFS 3 and NFS 4. NFS 3 and NFS 4.1. There are two versions that are in the market. So I'll select the latest one and see if it works. Otherwise, we'll go back to 3 and we'll test it. Data store name is the file share name is this, the folder which we have created, and I'll say NFS data store 1, NFS data store 1. What is the target server? 192.168. What is this? 30.55 is the target. Add. Next. Do not use authentication because I gave the root permissions over there. Let's try it. Not working. Okay, let me try one more. Because as I said, I never used it in production, and in 6.7 this is the first time I'm trying to access something. NFS data store. This is the file. This is the share 192.168 40 dot sorry 30.55, right? Is the target server. Finish. See what is the error? Getting some error. Okay. Let me see. I don't know exactly what kind of permissions because this is not even real time. Okay. Let's see. NFS. NFS DS. 68. Yeah, it's working. So some permission issue. See, it is working here with type NFS3 20 GB. The whole drive it took. Understood? And the same thing if you go to this data store, go to the data store and configure or right click, mount data store to additional host. Another two hosts are there. Just mount the same data store into other two. Okay, and you see it is mounted in all the three shared data store, but via NFS. So via iSCSI, you will get 1 GB and 10 GB speed, and via fiber channel, you will get 4, 8, 16, 32, whatever the speed that you opted for. In NFS, it is normal 1 GB Ethernet, and the behavior of the protocol is little slow when compared with the SAN protocols. And you guys explain me what is file storage and what is block storage. Okay, so SAN is more of blocks and NAS is more of files. So this can be used to mount the or save the ISO files which I have. Okay, and 10, 20, 30, these can be used for protection. And local 3, local 2, local 1 can be ignored or you can remove it. Okay, we will not use any local storage in real time. Okay, most of the times you will see the customers are using SAN storage only. Otherwise, vSAN, that we will do it in next coming classes. Okay, tomorrow we'll see something about data store cluster. Just like your host cluster, you have your data store cluster as well. How to create it and how to manage it, that I will show you tomorrow. Also, we'll see how you can migrate the VM from one data store to another data store without any downtime. That also we'll see tomorrow. And then on Saturday, we'll see vSAN configuration. With that, I'll stop the storage part, and you guys can practice it for some time on Saturday, Sunday, and from Monday onwards, we will try to start the HADRS and FT testing. Fair enough? Any questions up to this?
No, sir.
No?
No.
Okay. So what I will do is I'll unmount this data store. I'll not keep it unnecessary overload on the system. Okay. Unmounted the NFS data store because I don't require it for a day-to-day operations. Just I want to show you how it works, and also stop sharing this folder, and go inside. There is nothing. If I put some VM, then definitely the VM will be inside that folder. Okay, I delete it. If I want, I can remove the service as well. Uninstall the service very quickly. SQL server for NFS. Remove it. Okay, on the VMware side, this is how it works. But 4.1 4.1 NFS 4.1 also will work. Okay, if you can assign the storage properly from NetApp or any other storage system, you'll also use the same thing. Okay, it's done. And let me shut down the host. So set the shutdown from here itself. I'll stop recording here.